It was a death that brought Norwich's problems with drugs and violence into the spotlight. 38-year-old addict Steve Stannard, well known as a beggar on the city streets, had allowed a London-based gang to use his flat in Bowers Avenue in exchange for drugs. But he'd also owed them money, and on the 5th of November last year, he was stabbed to death minutes after returning to his flat.
It was a horrendous crime. We didn't know who was responsible from the early stages of this investigation, and it took some time for us to establish who was responsible. Stevie Stannard was a vulnerable individual because of his relationship with drugs, and it was those people that manipulated his vulnerability to import drugs in and out of this county.
The killer, 20-year-old Hassian Bakir from Howbury Road in Thornton Heath. He'd come from London with thousands of pounds worth of drugs and a machete to keep them safe. It was that weapon he used to stab Steve 6 times in the back and front, including 2 times in his heart. The trial heard after the murder, Bakir went to the cinema in Cambridge, buying a ticket for a crime thriller before being picked up and driven back to London.
We'll probably never know the true events that led to Stevie Stannard's death, but what this case does show us is the grave consequences of drug-related crime. I hope this conviction today and the verdict delivered by the jury gives Stevie Stannard's family some comfort from that.
Steve's death was the most serious of a series of violent offences linked to drug dealing across the county at the end of last year, prompting Norfolk Police to take action and launch Operation Gravity. The campaign's targeting drugs gangs coming into Norfolk from elsewhere and has so far seen 171 arrests.
Obviously, the Norfolk Constabulary recognised that there were organised crime groups importing drugs in and out of the county, and we've used resources to focus investigations and direct, using intelligence, using police resources to combat that.
Also at court today, 24-year-old Vernon Antonio from Green Lane in Surrey. He was cleared of assisting an offender, but found guilty of being involved with supplying Class A drugs. Both men will be sentenced tomorrow. Tonight, the victim's family issued just a brief statement. They've asked for privacy while they grieve for their much-loved Stevie. Lauren Du Bois, Mustard TV, Norwich Crown Court.